Hello everyone, Dr. Mike, TCOM 101, Ball State. In this video, we're going to continue to talk about how the rise of technology and digital technology has changed our culture and society and economy in a major and profound way. So let's continue to talk about some concepts related to the big picture, how society is evolving and changing. In a previous video, we talked about a three-stage model of how society has evolved from the agricultural age to the industrial age, and now we are in the information age. Now, what do you think will be the next stage of societal evolution? What's coming up next? Maybe it will be the age of robotics and automation and artificial intelligence. And there's great concern that robots could take away people's jobs. A lot of experts are warning us about robots and automation, especially in terms of job displacement. So we could be facing a major unemployment crisis if computers start to take over many of the jobs and tasks that humans have normally done in the past. Okay, now there's other huge consequences of the rise of digital technology, and we need to think about these at the global level. I want to introduce you to a book called The World is Flat, A Brief History of the 21st Century. The world is flat. Now that's an interesting metaphor. No, it doesn't mean the world is actually flat and we will fall off the edge. No, it's just a metaphor to describe what's going on globally. Thomas Friedman came up with this idea the world is flat when he was doing an analysis of globalization, primarily in the early 21st century. Now Friedman's view is that the world is more of a level playing field than ever before, more of a level playing field in terms of commerce and economic activity. Because of the rise of digital technology, it seems as though all competitors now have an equal opportunity once they have access to the technology. So Friedman thinks all the historical and geographic divisions are becoming more and more irrelevant because people are connected and can do the same sorts of work from virtually any location in the world. Now, Friedman says the flattening is a product of the convergence of high-speed information machines, personal computers, coupled with fiber optics cable and other forms of connectivity. And then add to that the rise of workflow software that allows people to do the same sorts of work or to collaborate on work from various locations around the world. So quite an interesting take on how the internet is creating a level playing field, having a flattening effect. Now, another important concept that's emerged is the idea of the digital economy. It seems like so much of our economic activity is now related directly to digital technology. So, this idea of the digital economy comes from a very important kind of a first generation digital theorist named Nicholas Negroponte. He was at the Media Research Institute at MIT. Okay, and back in the 1990s, he wrote an important book called Being Digital. And in this book, he described the idea of shifting from processing atoms to processing bits, from going really from a goods manufacturing kind of economy to an economy that's based more on bits, the language of computers. So Negroponte said bits have a lot of advantages over atoms. For one thing, they're weightless, so they can be transferred very quickly. They have virtual capabilities. You can create virtual realities and other great experiences using bits. And these bits can be shared instantaneously around the world. So Negroponte says bits have great advantages for human beings. So in the digital economy, digital networking, communication infrastructures, computers provide a global platform over which all sorts of important activities take place, economic, political, and social. The digital economy is not limited to only the media and computer and internet-related services like news and entertainment, video games, digital music, virtual reality, augmented reality, streaming. All of that is part of the digital economy. But of course, the new economy encompasses nearly every aspect of life, whether it's in business, banking, healthcare, education, government, transportation, energy. Every aspect of life, it seems, has been transformed by computers and digital technology. So especially the healthcare industry has been transformed in many ways for the better by the rapid rise of digital technology. All right, another important concept today in the digital age is the notion of the digital citizen. We have talked about this towards the beginning of the course. We talked about this. That's a person who has the skills and knowledge to effectively use the internet and other digital technologies, especially to participate responsibly in social and civic activity. So in the digital world, we really need good citizenship. But I guess the best way to promote this is through parents and through school, through the educational system. But a good digital citizen, has a knowledge of many aspects of digital technology. Here's just a few of the elements. They understand their rights and responsibilities. A good digital citizen understands the law as it relates to technology and the internet. A good digital system is aware of the negative and the positive impacts of digital technology on their health and wellness. And there's a bunch of other aspects or elements to this idea of digital citizenship. All right, a different concept, but one that's very relevant today, is the notion of the knowledge economy. You might hear this term being used in the modern discourse, the idea of the knowledge economy. The knowledge economy is a very interconnected global economy where it's not muscle power that matters anymore, it's brain power. Okay, knowledge resources are important. Know-how, expertise, those are very critical, and just as critical as any other economic resources. The knowledge economy, if you want to be part of this, you have to have know-how and expertise in a specialized area. So a knowledge economy places greater reliance on brain power, intellectual capabilities, than on physical inputs and muscle power or natural resources. Knowledge becomes the key resource. It's also called intellectual capital or intangible assets. Now, this is why President Obama tried to extend free public education from K-12 to K-14. He wanted to make the first 2 years of community college free for all responsible students. And of course, Bernie Sanders has promoted the idea of making public college tuition free in the United States. He says education should be a right, not a privilege. We need a revolution in the way that the U.S. funds higher education. It's because these politicians recognize the importance of getting people educated to be able to survive in a high-tech knowledge economy. So here's some of the characteristics of this knowledge economy. A lot of emphasis on scientific know-how, expertise, brain power, accelerated technological innovations, rapid change, and rapid obsolescence. increased global competition, and constant advances in science, especially the communication information infrastructure. So people who are going to thrive and make the most money in this knowledge economy are the big brains who work in the high-tech fields, who can do research and consulting. Will you be ready to compete in a global, interconnected economy where you might be forced to compete with people all over the world for the same sorts of jobs and positions? So this has a lot of implications for you. You need to develop the best digital skills possible. You need to understand that learning is lifelong. Self-improvement is a lifelong journey. There's a need for continuous learning. You need to be able to deal with the stepped up pace of change. And I hope all of you can find a place in this knowledge economy. All right, that's all I've got for this lecture. Please continue to take care of yourselves and each other during the pandemic, and think about ways you can prepare to strive and thrive and to be successful in a high-tech, modern knowledge economy. Okay, that's it for this video. Take care, and I hope to see you soon.